Welcome to the Midweek message. We're taking some lessons from Proverbs chapter 30, and I'm reading from the New International Version of the Bible, and I'm going to read verses 1 through 4 of Proverbs 30. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 1. The sayings of Agur, son of Jakeh, an inspired utterance. This man's utterance to Ithiel. I am weary, God, but I can prevail. Surely I am only a brute, not a man. I do not have human understanding. I have not learned wisdom, nor have I attained to the knowledge of the Holy One. Who has gone up to heaven and come down? Whose hands have gathered up the wind? Who has wrapped up the waters in a cloak? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is the name of his son? Surely you know. I am weary. Let's look at these one by one, beginning in verse 1 of Proverbs chapter 30, verses 1 through 4. The sayings of Agur. This man's utterance to Ithiel. What did he say? I am weary, God, but I can prevail. What an attitude. What a good approach to life in general, to spirituality, and to any type of accomplishment. I am weary, but I'm going to keep on going because I can prevail. We have a little saying on a little placard at our home that says, faith does not make all things easy, it makes all things possible. And so, I am weary, God, but I can prevail. What an attitude. And then some questions, or after another statement, surely I am, verse 2, surely I am only a brute, not a man. I do not have human understanding. That's just his way of saying, I don't know very much at all. I can't figure things out. Many of you have discovered, as I have in life, what our elders said years ago, the older you get, the less you feel like you know, and the more confused you become in some ways. Some of that surety is gone. And he said, I'm not even, I'm just a brute. I'm not even like a man. I don't even have human understanding. Listen, you don't have to understand everything to keep on going and prevail. I have not learned wisdom. That was verse 2. Verse 3 says, I have not learned wisdom, nor have I attained to the knowledge of the Holy One. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. There is no true knowledge, no real wisdom, no absolute truth apart from God. And he says, Agur says, I have not learned wisdom. I haven't attained to the knowledge of the Holy One. I don't understand the things of God. I'm not even a man. I'm like an animal. I'm like a brute. And then he starts to reflect on the nature and the abilities of God versus those of man and people. He says, who has gone up to heaven and come down? Not me, not you. Whose hands have gathered up the wind? Now, even though this was written many, many, many years before Jesus, the Bible says Jesus went up to heaven and came down. The Bible says that Jesus had the power over the winds and the waves. Who has gone up to heaven and come down? Not us. Who has power over the wind? Not us. Who has wrapped up the waters in a cloak? Who sets the habitations of the seas and the boundaries? Who does that? Not us. Who has established all the ends of the earth? The four corners of the earth, so to speak. The various habitations of people and the various terrains. And who did all that? Who established all that? What is his name? And what is the name of his son? So, what is the name of Jehovah? What is the name of God? What is the name of his son? That is Jesus. Surely you know. We all understand that the things of God are not within our abilities humanly to accomplish, and we all really know that we really can't understand everything about God.